Yes, every time you hear the live music here in our little talking room, it means it's another episode of the Local Lifestyle Podcast brought to you by TLC Properties. This is the spot to hear from business owners, community leaders, trendsetters, and everyone else in between. It is your local community. Local Lifestyle Podcast, episode 31.
31, fitting.
Wow. I mean, it is fitting. It's October.
Right. It's almost Halloween.
To my left, or depending on how you're watching this or listening to this, is Sir Lancelot, my co-host. And to the right, you might be like, who's this guy? This is Austin McGee.
Good to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So, Lance, why don't you tell us a little about what we got going on for this episode, episode 31.
Well, Austin is behind not only Springfield's largest Halloween party, but apparently the Midwest's largest Halloween party.
We haven't found one bigger, so we're going to promote it until we do.
Well, it's called the Halloween Monster Ball, and it's coming up here at the end of the month.
Well, that's when Halloween is, so I would hopefully it's not in November, and we're not doing a Thanksgiving.
Not in November. We never do it on Halloween because we're not going to compete with trick-or-treating.
Right.
Yeah, you
right.
can. That's number one.
And
then you got
we're
pub
not going to
crawls
take away from that.
and all that. But is this happening? Because there's a decent amount that happens during the holiday season in Missouri and in the nation.
It is. So it's the night before Halloween, which is a Saturday.
Okay.
There's always going to be a lot of stuff happening.
Oh, yeah.
That
This-
night.
Spooky.
This
Not-
seems like the spooky place to be.
Yeah, it's not going to be near as big, so we're excited.
So it looks like when is this happening again? You said Saturday.
October 30th,
And what time are those doors going to be open?
7 o'clock doors open.
So that means get there early, line up in your costume so people
early.
can judge while driving by.
Yeah.
And this is the third year, correct?
Third year of doing it, which he was saying doors open at 7. You do want to get there early because there are door prizes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We've already announced one. There's the new mountain coaster, Copperhead Mountain Coaster in Branson.
Yes.
Ooh.
First 200 people in the door get a free ticket to that coaster.
Did you ride that?
I've never ridden that.
It's the
Is it
new one
new?
right outside. Shepherd of the Hills owns it.
Oh,
Okay.
I've seen that. Okay. Yeah.
Brand new, awesome. We've done it several times.
I want to go on a roller coaster.
So first 200 people get those tickets, and they're valued at around $15 a ride. I think.
Hey,
Nice.
Close,
15
real,
bucks.
real close to that. Don't quote me on that
And
one.
the location. So right off the bat, let's get that out there. We said when would already be October 30th, 7 p.m. doors open. Where can people find this awesome party?
So
Monster Ball, Halloween Monster Ball.
location is at the Shrine Mosque, downtown Springfield.
And if you're from the 417, you know where
You know
the
where
Shrine
that is.
Mosque is. I mean,
Everyone
It's like a
Yes.
downtown landmark almost.
it is.
It
It really is.
It is. So next year, the Shrine Mosque will actually be 100 years old.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, that's going to be an epic party. I'm sure they're going to throw for themselves.
1922, they started building that thing.
Oh, wow.
There's got to be ghosts or ghouls
ghouls and goblins.
or cuervos.
There's a couple YouTube
You don't
videos
need
out there
those.
showing that it's haunted. But
I honestly would imagine there's most things in this town because it's an old city or an old town into a city. So with this whole bash that's going on, and I my name is Cuervo and I like to party. I will put that out there. So what's going to be going on at this event? Like, I'm sure there's going to be dancing. I'm sure Halloween costume contest. Like, what's going to be
Food, I hear,
some
as
of the
well.
things? Yeah, if there's food. What do we have going on for this event?
yeah, fully catered dinner. This year is catered by Los Cabos.
That's right down the road.
Delicious. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
awesome to work with too locally.
Okay.
And we've checked with a lot of local vendors for food, and Los Cabos, they're the only ones excited to work with a group that large. Just with everything going on, it's hard for people to have the employees to work it.
Exactly.
That's always awesome.
So
And
we're
I think-
excited to work with, and they did it last year. They were awesome.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, like, so you said cash prizes are going to be raffles, the food from Los Cabos, so you can have, it's not Day of the Den, but I mean, I'm going to imagine like a taco bar, something like that, something easy, finger foods, because a lot of people are going to have makeup on their face.
yep.
Like, I don't wear makeup often at all, really. That started off
What you
bad.
do on the
It's not-
weekend is your
hey,
business.
how I make my bills. But, finger foods, tacos
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
And we'll have
pretty-
tables set up on half of it. The Shrine is usually a concert venue,
Yep.
so it's massive if you've been
Pretty
there
huge.
before. And the guys doing our lights and sound are the guys that do the big shows.
Okay, so it's gonna be
Awesome.
pretty
Okay.
gnarly.
Yeah.
And now, as far as music, you guys got a DJ. Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll be spinning on the ones and twos. Everybody
yeah.
getting down.
Everything good to dance to. so.
Now, I'm sure if I was a betting man, I would bet $1 that you guys are gonna hear Thriller.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Probably more than once.
Yeah,
Definitely.
of course.
Yeah, we play the spooky classics for sure.
Okay. I'm excited because, like I was saying before we started recording here, I think my girlfriend and I this is actually the one we've been looking at the Shrine, and we were pretty stoked to go because we're going as Ricky and Lucy, from I Love Lucy, the TV show.
Yeah.
I'm realizing my relationship is nothing more than an actual real life Lucy and Ricky. So we went out and I bought a whole suit from the thrift store. That's half the fun too with Halloween, the creativity. You can go to the Halloween store and buy it in a bag. That's not fun.
Yeah.
I want to go to Goodwill or Red Racks or
Put
any
it
of those
together.
places and put it
Yeah.
together.
Creative.
Except I bought the suit. It makes me look like a really small person because the suit is so big, like the top, but I wanted those squared off shoulders. Like he looks like an upside down triangle when you watch the show, and like the pants I could go above my belly button like they did back in the day. That was probably more like Zoot suit. But I got that, but the suit's so big, like I just look like I'm really, really short. So I got to go redo it,
That's
buy a new
awesome.
top. Look like a cholo for sure.
It's always fun doing your own Halloween costume.
Mm-hmm.
Except for I remember when I was a kid, my mom would like put me in a white sweatshirt and white sweatpants and then put dots all over me.
You're a ghost?
It was a Dalmatian.
And that's
So-
gonna be a popular one this year with
Please
Corella.
find pictures that we can
Oh,
attach
I've got
to
a,
this. Okay.
I've got a picture. We're gonna see right now. I'm sorry, everyone.
So backtracking. How did all this get started? Where did the idea come from for you guys to create this? Like how did it come about?
So this is actually a really cool story. So 2019, my wife and I, we've been married, well, at the time was 6-7 years. We've been trying to have a kid. We did in vitro fertilization to get a child here. Had to do it twice. First round didn't work. But long story short, our son was born 4 months early. So he was in the NICU for 5 months. And he's good. Everything's healthy.
Awesome.
So there's a venue out in Fordland, just past Rogersville, called the Chateau Charmant.
Heard
And
about
The
that
original
place.
castle where
The
it was.
castle.
Yeah.
So, and that's where we started it. Awesome venue. We actually had our wedding reception there when we got married. But they were planning a Halloween event. There's a big corporation that was going to do it as well. But she had a lot of trouble with alcohol in the past. So they said, we're not doing alcohol. Stuff gets broke. It's a beautiful castle.
Yeah,
It's,
a lot
and
of
they live there.
liability.
I've seen like drone footage of it. It's very impressive.
They live there too, so it's their home.
Wow.
So they wanted to keep it, pretty relaxed. Well, long story short, the corporation said we need to have alcohol, which people like to party,
On Halloween.
Yeah.
just like you.
Yeah.
So she said no. So that deal got canceled, but she had already advertised it. So she reached out to us. My family has always been into Halloween. Everything Halloween's so fun. We'll keep talking about it later on. But she reached out to me. She said, we know Halloween. We love Halloween. Everyone knows us as the Halloween people. We go all out. So she said, hey, your son's in the NICU. You've got a lot of bills. Let's do this fundraiser to help raise money and help pay for the NICU bills. So we had 3 weeks before the event because she
To
had already
plan it.
advertised it, to plan it
Wow.
and everything. So the first year we did grilling ourselves. We had 4 big grills out there and we had burgers going left and right.
Oh
There you go.
So within 3 weeks, we planned it, we decorated it, we got a bunch of lighting and the sound equipment and everything. We had that castle bumping, but we had over 350 people there the first year,
Oh wow.
which was
Wow.
we had 3 weeks to plan this. And the castle, it's 45 minutes out there, and it's down some windy roads. It's
hard to
out.
get people out there.
It's
right?
hard to get people out there. It's in the
How did you
backwoods.
promote it? How were you successful in those ways?
Facebook, and then my wife, she owns McGee Creative, which is a photo and video business. So we went out there and we filmed. We had the drones out there flying
Yeah.
around. We put the music to it and got all these clips. I mean, we just marketed it like crazy. So that's one way that we can get this thing so big is we've got the tools
Just
to
the
do
marketing,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was 3 years ago, right? The first time.
First time. And then last year, so we actually had it scheduled to be at the Tower Club downtown as well in the top 2 floors. With the regulations at the time, Springfield said, hey, not a good idea. We said, we understand, we totally get it. But we have already sold a bunch of tickets. We're going to need to move the event. We didn't want to cancel it completely. So we went back out to the castle. She let us do it again. And everyone loved the castle. So most people
Right.
wanted
I was
to go
invited
out
last
again.
year. I never made it.
Oh,
I think I got stuck working.
it's awesome. And my wife, she's a little bummed it's not at the castle this year, but we outgrew it.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
Good problem to have.
No.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Not
the
bad.
castle last year, beautiful weather, So a lot of people were hanging outside. They were able to distance themselves how they wanted. We had the courtyard open. That's where everyone was eating. So it was a good time.
And then such a great story too, how you wanted to start it to help your son. Hopefully that turned out well.
It did. So he's healthy. Everything's good. You know, we've been paying down those bills. But this last year we chose a different charity. So we don't pay ourselves. So we're a nonprofit organization. It is a licensed S corporation.
Yeah.
No one in the members, just me and my wife and my best friend, no one pays themselves at all. So we don't make a penny off of this. We donate 100% of the net profit. That's after our bills. We got to pay, for the lights and music and the food and all of that stuff. But so we donated all to Care Animal Rescue last year.
Yeah, they're good people over
and they're
there.
awesome. So they're good to work with. They were easy to work with. They let us do whatever we wanted to do. It
always helps.
Whatever's left over, we're super thankful for it.
I mean, a spooky good time for a good cause, dare I say.
Oh, yeah.
Speechless.
And we've reached out to several different charity organizations too, nonprofits, to partner with them, but some of them get pretty strict. So
yes,
we're going to do Care again. They were super thankful for what they got. We're able to also raise dog food on top of the money.
That'd be cool.
That's awesome.
So raffles, I'll bring that up right now though, but bring a bag of dog food and you get a raffle ticket.
I was just going to ask that because it's like, with canned food drives, we've done stuff here with TLC where we try to help out with our community of fun, like raising back to school items, like canned food, stuff like that. That's why I was going to ask, like, is there a way that you can get in with, like, I got a 50-pound bag of chow over here. What do I get? So
could it be any size?
Pretty much. We haven't been strict on it.
just
big
something
bag
to
is
help.
good. This is for the dogs and cats. You can bring cat food too.
I think anytime anybody does something like that, where it's not to put money in your pocket, but to rather turn around and give it back, that makes it even more so enjoyable.
This community is all about that too. I
for
think
sure.
people really enjoy going to events like that where it's the proceeds are going to nonprofits.
You're partying for a cause. I've through radio events and stuff, and I don't know what it was like in television. But it was more or less anytime you do a benefit, more people come out because if there's any food or something involved, like, man, I want to do that because I'm drinking and partying for a good cause. It gives them an excuse to feel okay
you'll sell
with it.
way more tickets.
Yeah.
It's a feel good. And that's not the only reason. I mean, giving back, we would throw this party if we lost money every year. Like, I will front the money because I just love Halloween that much.
It sounds like you have a very long history with Halloween, like your family, you were saying. What was that like growing up?
Because my dad, he loves Halloween. So we were always traveling around going to haunted houses. I grew up watching Goosebumps and all those fun stuff. But
Goosebumps.
And other horror movies as I got a little bit older. But I just loved the adrenaline of getting scared and then immediately knowing Halloween's fake. The movies are fake.
It's fake news.
So it's good to get scared and then realize, hey,
that's not real.
It was all for fun, and that's a fun feeling. There's a lot of energy involved.
Chucky was one of the things I hated growing up because I think it was my grandmother bought me a My Buddy doll, a Cabbage Patch Kid, but it looked just like me. I used to have spiky hair, creeped me out. I think I burned it and buried it in the backyard.
Did you watch the recent one, 2019?
No.
It's good.
And
I was
the thing is, after I've gotten older, I've gone back and watched the old ones. Like, I can laugh at them now.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, it's not real.
Yeah.
Still creeps me out.
I love Halloween and horror, and I'm going to get a lot of shame for this, but old movies, I just laugh at them. I can't watch the classics.
Like the Dracula.
Yeah.
Or what is it?
I just can't.
Frankenstein and all
Killer
that.
Clowns from Outer Space?
Yeah.
That one still scares me, though. Being wrapped up in cotton candy.
I wouldn't even call that a classic. That was from like the 90s.
It was there. Okay, now Vincent Price. Did anybody know who Vincent Price is?
No.
What? He's like the godfather of like horror movies. But like the Wolfman, Dracula, like all these really old movies. I still have VHS.
It's like a director.
Yeah. So like in Thriller, you hear like the voice that's in there. That's Vincent Price.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're
and he's
talking
also got
about.
a son who looks very identical to him. But okay, I'm 35. I might be older than both of you guys. But my mom always had like a box for Halloween with like all the cobwebs and certain things in there. Like, so Halloween always brings up these memories for me. Like, it's cool. I love Halloween. I get to dress up like somebody else.
You get to go to the Monster Ball.
And it's one of the only holidays where you don't have to impress people.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. What did I do last year for Halloween? I think. I went as Joe or Jose Exotico.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went as that because of the Tiger King.
Yeah.
And then the girl I was with dressed up as like I don't even think she was a tiger. It was like a leopard.
Some sort of cat.
Some sort of cat.
That's awesome.
Did not go well.
But back
Anyways.
to the monster ball. Did you expect this event to get this large when you first started? I mean, like, what was your vision for this?
So I'm always very optimistic, sometimes too optimistic.
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean, the first year was a success. Last year was a success, which, we were worried about last year, making sure everything was good and safe. But it was huge turnout last year. So, I mean, I figured it'd grow and grow, especially having it downtown now. It's so much easier to get to. People can Uber.
So I was going to say safer in the fact of that. Yeah.
We've got some rooms reserved at the University Plaza that people can rent discount if you bring up the Halloween Monster Ball. I think there's a few more rooms available, but bring that up and save $20-$30. I don't know how much it is. Not a whole lot, but it saves some money. But yeah, it's going to just be a lot safer because obviously last year there was a lot of alcohol and everyone was drinking. And let me tell you, those roads to get to that castle are hard sober.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine.
Yeah.
And that takes that mental risk out of it. Hey, we're downtown. If you're from Springfield, it takes 15 minutes maximum to get anywhere. So, and especially on a night like that with I don't know, there might be others. I know there's other stuff going on downtown, but rather be safe than sorry.
Right.
Definitely.
So if you're gonna party responsibly.
Yeah, funny story. My wife actually went to the one in 2019, and she was telling me about the roads out there and seeing some people in front of her, and she was saying it was pretty hard to get out there. But this year it's easier to get to the Shrine Mosque,
to get to. Yep, just right downtown. You can Uber there. You can Uber back. It's all right there. Plenty of parking garages around. So,
you got a bunch right across the street. You've got extra parking behind. Yeah, there's parking everywhere over there. And I mean, late night eats. I mean, I think having it downtown, you're going to see it maybe blow up a little bit more because, like you said, convenience is definitely going to help it. I mean, like I said, I know I'll be in attendance. I already got my rides planned out. I'm going to Uber. Because I want to be a responsible adult.
Be safe.
But it's as far as have you been on talk to any radio stations, stuff like that, really bumping it out there, or has it just been so successful the last few
organic?
years?
Yeah,
it's all organic. I mean, mostly Facebook. We'll spend a little bit on Boost just so people see it, because sometimes if you don't hit the right algorithm, sometimes it doesn't pop up on Facebook.
Sure.
So we will spend a little money here and there to get it in front of people, but the response has been unreal.
So with Facebook, you said they can check it out there. What can they search? What can they pop in?
Just Halloween Monster Ball
on Facebook, and
on
look for
Facebook.
Springfield, Missouri. A lot of people. There might be another one with a
Not as
similar
big, though.
name.
I don't
Not as
know.
big.
If you
the
go
Midwest.
just facebook.com/Halloween Monster Ball, it'll pull right up.
And then for the cameras, it looks like that. You can see it. I've seen it all over.
and this is you and your
Facebook.
wife, right?
So that is my best friend's wife.
Okay.
And his brother, actually.
Okay.
So they're here local. They're awesome.
Hard to tell with the makeup.
Yeah, they'll be here as well.
I like it.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah, it's super fun. And we did that shoot. Well, I mean, that was our first promotion. We started filming with that. My wife, she's able to take the photos. Brittany, who's in the photo, did her own makeup and did Dallin's makeup. So it's really fun. We've got a lot of cool creatives that are talented.
Nice.
Yes.
Now, so as far as the costume contest, are you allowed to say what is at stake? Like, what can somebody win? Are you able to talk about that, or is it going to be a big surprise?
Yeah, so the costume contest winner, which I don't know if it'll be a single or if
Collective.
if you go as a group, or your partner if you dress up with them. But $500 cash
Wow.
to the costume winner, and everyone dresses up. Everyone's like, "Do I go in costume?" If you don't, you'll be the only one that's not in costume.
Right.
You can just call yourself a nonconformist.
Yeah,
That's my
So,
costume.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it'd be fun.
$500. If my girlfriend hears this, girl, we better win.
yeah.
That's groceries.
So as a team, we'll choose like 3 to 5, and then we'll bring them up on stage, and then the crowd by their cheers
Yeah,
will actually
the
choose the
cheer-o-meter.
winner.
Love that.
Yeah.
The original,
Oh,
yeah.
it's so fun.
That's awesome.
What's the scariest costume you've seen at your party? If you can think of like one or two.
I'm a little biased, but my costumes are always pretty creepy. The last 2 years, though, I mean, I just did my face as the skeleton that way because I was running around like a madman. So the first 2 years, I was making sure everything was going smoothly. I was running everywhere, making sure it's all good. This year, we've hired a lot of that out, so I'm going to actually be able to relax
enjoy
a little bit.
around, make sure everybody else is having a good time.
So,
it's like being management where you get to float around. Hey, did you enjoy your meal?
Exactly.
Just breathe a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love talking to the people.
Yeah.
So, but there's some really creepy ones. Last year, our winner was Corpse Bride, the bride herself.
Cool.
She was completely blue and looked exactly like the Corpse Bride. So that's who won last year.
Some people go hardcore. When I was in Chicago, I was interning with the radio station, and one of the DJs there, like, keep in mind, Chicago, number 3 market, this guy had some money. He paid this phenomenal makeup artist to paint his whole body to look like an avatar. Because he had long dreads.
Yeah.
And, I mean, this thing was, like, to a T. He had, like, the fangs and everything. It was, like, some people really do put a lot of time and effort.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here just trying to put a suit on right now. But,
yeah, me and my wife just watched The Matrix, and we're like, do you want to go as Neo and Trinity? She was like, no, we can't pull that off.
You're gonna have to shave. Like, I have to shave, and like this does not look like much. I'm 35. This is it. This is all it's grown, but I have to shave it off now. Once I get closer, I'm getting my hair done, so I got a nice little pompadour that I'm gonna do. And I've been watching every episode. I don't know what people do in preparation for their costumes, but my girlfriend and I, like I said, have started from episode 1 of I Love Lucy.
And there are several that come. They don't break character, and it's people I knew personally, and I try to talk to them, and
I always thought that's the cool part. Like,
got
hey, if
Freddie
you take it that
and
hard,
Michael Myers and all those guys, then Jason.
Yeah, the ones
he wouldn't break character. I don't think he said one word all night.
That's what you got.
Those guys are pretty quiet in the movies, but
well, okay. Have you ever seen like the horror movies where the person that's like actually dressed up as the murderer is the murderer? Like, it's a perfect night to get away with that.
I feel like I've seen that, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
It's probably every other Halloween movie that's out there. Okay, so real quick, personal question: what is your favorite Halloween movie?
So my wife and I love the Conjuring series.
Ooh, no. Those are good.
Conjuring.
Can't go to sleep after I watch those.
That involves Annabelle. Mm-hmm. So those are our favorite, modern day. I really liked the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street. I think it was 2014, 2015.
I haven't seen that one.
It was good. And again, like, I love like classics. I respect the classics.
Right. They're just goofy.
Yeah,
it's not the same. They're funny.
You got to thank them because of them. Now we have all these new
equipment. Yeah, now we've got the equipment. We could make something better.
I remember watching Insidious for the first time, and I was like, those are need to sleep with the lights on tonight.
Those are good.
Yeah,
and they're PG-13, so
so anybody can kind of watch them.
Yeah,
and enjoy.
Anyone can watch those. It's hard to find a good creepy PG-13 movie these days, especially. And that's what I always loved. My wife, she's like, "Are you crazy? Are you a serial killer? Why do you love these so much?" I'm like, "It is art." I was like, if you can make it look that real, and trust me, if it was real life, I'd be puking. My wife had to do C-section. I was like almost fainted in the room. I was like, I can't do
real
this.
life.
I know what I'm capable of.
You watch people
handling.
get their heads cut off and their hands cut off, and I'm just like, it's not the same. It's
it's
fake.
Movie.
It's not real. It's makeup and it's syrup and food coloring. You're fine.
Do you guys dress your son up at all?
Yeah, so we do family pictures every year. You're actually laughing at the Dalmatian. My wife, when Corella came out. It's a great movie.
Yeah, I've actually watched that. It was pretty good.
So she wants to be Corella, which means I have to be a Dalmatian. So we'll see. But because we're gonna do both. Because I like the creepy clowns. She doesn't like the creepy clowns. She likes the cute stuff. But so we'll probably do Corella Deville and the Dalmatians and clowns.
I do have to get online and buy those tickets. So for anybody tuning in and listening, make sure you get on there. You can check it out at facebook.com. It's just search Halloween Monster Ball. You can get on there. It'll have a link for the tickets because I've already checked that out. They're very reasonably priced for a night that's going to involve food, drinks, and a spooky night of memories that you can have.
All proceeds for a good cause too.
And it's
that's great.
Keep
it's
that in mind. Shrine Moss, Springfield, Missouri. Doors open at 7 Saturday, October 30th, 21. So that is this Halloween. This is the place you want to be at. If you're not into the college crowd kind of thing and want to do like the pub crawls, this is the next best thing.
This is a good mix of people, I'm sure.
Yeah, it is. We've got a wide variety of ages. So there's no strict age limit. I mean, but it goes from like 18, and then last year we had a lady that was in her 70s. She was dressed
Probably
up as a queen.
Up.
Oh, she was awesome.
I think I seen pictures. I had a lot of friends that went last year. And once again, everybody who's ever attended these that I know said it was an awesome time.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to go back. So I'm sure I'll run into people. But that's also the fun part about Halloween. You don't know who anybody is. If like the costume's good enough, you're like, oh, hey, Mr. Skeleton. Or like, Cuervo, it's me. You've known me for 5 years. Like, I couldn't tell.
I love the funny ones.
I run into friends all the time from high school. I'm like, hey, by the way, you should come to our Halloween Monster Ball. And they're like, yeah, I went last year. And I was like,
where were you?
Who were you? And they're like, oh, I was the
dinosaur.
I was Inspector Gadget.
I was the Grim Reaper. I was
Right,
like,
yeah.
oh yeah, Grim Reaper was there.
I was the Lost. I was the 101th Dalmatian.
The funny ones get me. Like one of my buddies, I think last year, the year before, he was Old Greg.
I'm Old Greg.
Yeah,
You
he
ever
made his own
Bailey's from a shoe?
tutu, and he was green and all that. Yeah,
That's a good one.
if you know, you know.
That's super fun. I was going to tell you too,
Fuzzy
people
Man
do
Beach.
want to grab their tickets soon because the few days before the event, the tickets do go up in price again because those are like the last minute things. And we do order extra food for those people that we can plan and people do buy them last minute, but the prices go up 50%.
Woo! Then I'm going to get on there today.
Yes.
And I'm going to go purchase my tickets.
Yeah.
Because
the food is awesome. I don't know if you've been to Los Cabos
Yes,
before.
love Los Cabos.
I heard it's good.
It's great.
I'm gonna have to. I'm excited for that.
It's good value of food.
As a Latin and going as Ricky, but I don't think Ricky was he Puerto Rican? It doesn't.
I'm not
matter. Sure. I'm excited for food and dancing. That's really the big thing. I'm just excited to go.
Yeah.
Especially if you're single, if you're in a relationship. Either way, you're gonna have a good time. I've been to plenty of events such as I haven't been to this exact one, but anything Halloween that you can be out with a group of friends, out there cutting a rug, having fun, taking pictures with other people that you don't even know because their costumes are so cool. You can make friends. You might not ever recognize them again.
That place will be filled with fog.
Mm-hmm.
Those doors are opening and fog is just going to roar out of that building.
That's going to be awesome.
We've got plenty of it. We will not run out.
Plenty of fog. Yeah. You heard it here first. We have got plenty of fog.
Plenty of
Show
fog.
up for the Monsters Ball.
So
I am very excited for it. One more time, why don't you give them the win, location, the win, where, and what?
Yep.
When
so
this is going down.
Halloween Monster Ball. Look it up on Facebook. Also Eventbrite. If you use Eventbrite, that's where a lot of concerts you get your tickets there. But Halloween Monster Ball, October 30th. Shrine Moss, doors open at 7. It's going to be an event that you won't want to miss. We will have huge props there that you can take pictures with.
Ooh,
some people have been tagging me and they're like, you see these 12-foot skeletons?
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, we've got 4 of them that are going to be at the event.
4?
So, well, maybe. It might be 3 now because the storms that came in the other night.
Those are windy.
Right.
Destroyed one of them.
Oh, no.
But we're going to have some fun props to take pictures with too. But it'll be a great time and there'll be a lot of prizes throughout the night. Follow the Facebook page too because we do giveaways. We've got sponsors by massage places. Field of Screams gives away tickets all the time on our page. They're in Nixa Haunted House. Mm-hmm. Lots of giveaways. And there's some big ones I can't say yet, but there'll be some big ones given away at the event too. So
we'll be there.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Like I said, my girl and I already look at that was our plan to go there. So that'd be cool. You'll see us in there. If you see little Ricky and Lucy running around,
I'm excited.
And me saying, "You got some splaining to do," because she knocked my food out of my hand or something.
You'll see on Facebook. I'll be the clown. I've posted some stuff on
no.
Facebook.
Okay.
It's creepy too, though.
Creepy clown.
Yeah, it's very creepy.
Like the It Clown.
So we use the silicone masks. They're high quality masks.
Awesome.
And then we've got the custom full outfits. We go all out.
Okay.
Too, so
well, as you should.
Oh yeah, you have to.
I look forward to it. Well, Austin, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to make it out here. We really do love sitting down with people that are local. And that's the whole point of this podcast, the Local Lifestyle Podcast, hearing about things that are going on in Springfield, the 417 or surrounding areas, and the fact that this is not the first time you've done it, that each year has become a little bit more and more successful.
Bigger and better every time.
I'm going to be excited to be part of that, to be in there and taking pictures myself, spreading all over social media, and it's word of mouth. The gift of gab happens to spread a lot, and that's the most powerful tool of marketing.
We've already started planning next year's.
Oh, even better.
We're good to go.
And if anybody out there listening to this wants to be part of it and jump on for next year, I'm sure they can hit you up on Facebook if they need to. So if you guys are interested and heard what you like, and if you do happen to make it out to the event and you enjoy what you're experiencing, hit up Austin here and let's see what we can do for the next year to be part of and make it even bigger.
Tell your friends and family.
So once again, Austin McGee, thank you so very much. Halloween Monster Ball, check it out. Facebook. It's going down on Saturday, October 30th. Doors open at 7. You're going to want to get there earlier at the Shrine Moss, Springfield, Missouri. Be there or be square.
Yeah, be
as
scary
they say.
and fun.
L7, an L7 weenie.
Weenie Jr.
Anybody say that anymore? All right. Well, anyways, that's another episode here of the Local Lifestyle Podcast. Episode 31, quite fitting for a Halloween one.
Yes.
Austin McGee was our guest. Make sure you check it out. Halloween Monster Ball, Facebook. You can get online and check it all out. Get your tickets while they last. You don't want to pay more money. Thanks for tuning in. It's the Local Lifestyle Podcast with me, Cuervo, and Lance.
Yes, sir.